someone just like messaged me on YouTube comment, just asked me like, you know, saying that they've been watching me for many years and they feel like, they say like, why are you so emaciated? Like, I'm tempted to do all raw foods. Like, are you or Dr. Morris right, you know? Like, he says or she says that I put them off raw foods. And that's okay that they say this, and I'm happy to hear from them. And they have a point, because if you do look at me, you might think this guy's underweight and he's too slim, and that's fair, and that's true. Like, if you want to go by standard measurements, and even if you're not going by standard measurements, like, my body does need some healing, and I believe a water fast or a long juice feast will help clear up some of the problems, or at least keeping it like all raw long term. Because the truth is, I welcome questions and curiosities that are genuine, and the truth is, I've always been slim. I've always had a very high metabolism. It's in my physical way, but also like I just generally process emotions typically fairly fast too, but definitely physically. But I do think that I have my absorption or digestion, or whatever the case may be, something got to do with like getting the full amount of nutrients from food, isn't 100%. I'm not the only one. There's lots of people with absorption issues who are slim, and I've always found it almost impossible to gain weight, to be honest. Even before, when I was eating meat every day, like even when I was a youngster, you know, even though I'm still young, but when I was a lot younger, you know. So it's nothing new. It's nothing specific about my diet. Like, I do eat a raw vegan diet, mostly. Sometimes I eat a lot more cooked foods, predominantly when I'm emotionally eating and upset or stressed in life. Or also just the fact that cooked food can be very addictive and hard to stop eating, or hard to give up in general. So a lot of the time I eat all raw though, and I promise you, when I do eat all raw, I always feel my best. I feel my strongest, I feel my most energetic, I feel my most vibrant and powerful and strong and alive and inspired and creative. The biggest difference is typically my emotions. I just feel higher, happier, lighter, less stress, freer, just more cheerful, jokey, playful, funny mood, happier mood. More interactive and engaging with people, because when you have more energy and you feel less stressed and you're more cheerful, and you're more likely to be like whistling or humming or like singing or skipping or that type of thing, that type of really high mood, of course you're going to get on way better with people. So I have a lot more fun with people and have nicer relationships when I eat all raw. And for me, it's the emotional component why I eat all raw. When I do eat all raw, and why I want to eat all raw more, to succeed, so to speak. So one last thing, I am unsure if I also sometimes I just don't have the appetite, and it's just like hard to like force myself to eat food. But at the end of the day, I do think my body also benefits from eating denser food like bananas, dates, nuts and seeds, avocados. Not just exclusively too much juicy fruits. I can do that for a while, but if I do, I need to make sure I eat a lot of it. Like eat regularly, all day almost, or at least for the most part. And because it's mostly water, it's not like it's not even taxing on your digestive system particularly if you're just eating stuff like watermelons or melons or peaches or oranges or apples or anything like that, you know. So yeah, I just want to be honest and transparent. Like, that's where I am at in life. That's where my relationship with food. It's not a struggle though, because I don't resist or fight against like my relationship with food. In terms of when I was younger, I used to like be trying to be all raw, and it's a struggle, and I was resisting and thinking I'm failing, and I just sort of this is a struggle. But now it's never a struggle. It's just I do what I do. I either eat cooked food or I don't. I either eat raw food or I don't, and I'm happy where I am. I've made peace with where I am. I've noticed the progression to be more emotionally mature and well, higher vibration, and just being able to eat all raw much more often than I used to. Even more all fruit days, which I feel my best on. But like I said, everyone's different. And my tall, slim body type, I need a lot of calories. I need to eat more denser or more fruit or raw food in general. So that's where I am, and that's who I am. Love to everybody. Like, I have no problem with anyone. And yeah, I hope this message like touches the hearts of people to just be gentle and loving on themselves and others, and accept and love one another and ourselves, and to have peace and compassion on ourselves, including forgiveness, and to give up the struggle. And to be more in the flow and enjoy the journey of life, and to be our true selves and live from our hearts and our truth and intuition and live our life. And one last thing I want to mention is that most of society is generally like leading a sick or getting sick lifestyle of like cooked and like contaminated foods aren't pure and they're more processed, whether or not they're omnivore or vegan, you know. Especially the factory farmed omnivore diet, that's like a very unhealthy, like sick producing lifestyle. And most people actually are overweight, either to a lot or a little bit, and even obese. So the stereotypical standards of what's a normal weight. Now I do agree, and I'm admitting it, I definitely am like slim, but the slimness itself, in my opinion, is not an actual sign of me being unhealthy. It's not causing me to be unhealthy. I mean, like it's the fact that I have some things to heal on the inside, and the fact of high metabolism, and I did a very serious like health challenge before that I haven't fully healed from. The slimness is just part of it, you know. That's a sign on the outside that I have some healing to do. And who doesn't have better health improvements to do? Like a lot of people who eat cooked foods, or all the cooked foods, like they don't even know about raw foods. People who eat omnivore diet, meat, cheese, pasta, bread, cakes, donuts, even a whole food diet. A lot of them still have stuff like Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome, colitis. I've got none of that. I've got like good digestion in many ways. I've got good healthy flora. My muscles work good. They may be slim. And a lot of people who like live till over 100 or well over 100 are actually very slim. So like being very slim is actually a sign of like longevity and health in many ways. Like I'm not trying to say being like too slim is, but the line is like what is too slim? When you compare it to most population who die like between the age of like 40, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, if you're lucky, of course like you're going to look slim. So I'm just saying, making that point to everybody. And I'm not defending myself because I know I'm slim and I'd like to be even more heavy. Like I like to carry more muscle, have a faster recovery from exercise. The truth is my health has been truly increasing like over the years. My adrenal glands, my energy, my recovery, my power output, just so I've been doing good. So I don't know what else to say. I don't know, I just think it's funny. Like I love when people ask me these questions because it's a genuine question and I'll ask the same thing. But like I also say, like there's other raw vegans who don't have my health issues, who are like plump, they're voluptuous, they're pudgy, or else they're like really trim, toned, muscular, they're power lifters, they're weight lifters. Like, don't use me as an example. Don't use, it's just, I hope that makes sense, everybody. Take care, namaste, and lots of love to you. Beep. So everyone, that's all I really want to say. So lots of love and thanks for watching, and I hope this video helped. So of course, I'll talk to you end of the time. Have a beautiful day. And make sure you click below just to check out my playlists and my other video recommendations. My herb store, Higher Self Herbs, I have a herb store, as well as my website for one-to-one consultations or group consultations or coaching on holistic living and health, body, mind, spirit. Spirituality, awakening, healing from our past, and living an empowered life, happy life. And yeah, befriend me on social media, and of course please don't forget to share, like and subscribe, and leave any of your comments just to help share with your family and friends who may help listening to this message. And I thank you. Have a gorgeous day.